What's up, guys? A couple days ago, Cobra Kai Season 3 date announcement and a new teaser just came out. I'm here with Tim.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, dude? We're going to do a little reaction and then a little breakdown of this teaser. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I can hardly contain myself.
Let's be excited together. All right, let's go. Let's watch the trailer in its entirety real quick. We're going to do this. We're going to do this with the volume off for copyright reasons, just because. You know what? We'll turn it up. There's a lot going on right there. What do you think, Tim?
It's an overload of the senses.
Overload of
how
the
much
senses.
is going on.
Yeah.
Looks good. I'm excited.
It does look good. I'm excited too. Man, I hate teasers like this because they just hit you with these flashes of images, and you're like, okay, hang on a second, what's going on here? You want to break this down scene by scene?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Okay, let's do this. Have we done a predictions video on season 3 yet? I don't think we have. I think we need to do. Oh, by the way, not necessarily spoilers. Maybe some spoilers if you haven't seen the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai, because this opening scene right here in the trailer is the last scene in season 2. Yeah. So, spoiler alert right now. Let's hit it. Okay. So obviously we open with the fight scene from the end of season 2, episode 10 in season 2. This is the in my opinion a great fight scene, really well choreographed fight scene. And we'll go slow a little bit here. All right, next scene we got Johnny.
Johnny is all fucked up, man. He got a cut on his forehead. He's all battered and bruised, and it looks like Daniel in the background scratching his butt.
We know that's Daniel because he actually says right here, "What did you think was going to happen?" Let me try to go back on that just a little bit so you guys can hear it too, in case you've never seen any of this. And
think would happen?
One more time.
What did you think would happen?
Okay.
What did you think would happen?
What
There
did
we
you
go.
think would happen?
What did you think would happen?
So what do you think happened?
Well, if we go
that-
back right here, he obviously got into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say it's with Daniel.
Okay.
Because Daniel's not going to kick his ass and then be like, "What'd you think was going to happen?" So we got into a fight with somebody. And there's things that I saw in the trailer that I think we're going to have to come back to this. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to reference this point right here, this still right here, a little bit later on in the video. So this is the 2-second mark. Remember that.
All right.
So let's continue, shall we? And now flashing back to the scene where Miguel gets kicked off of the railing here, and let's go back. Go back. Okay, now we got Johnny Lawrence behind bars.
How do we know he's behind bars?
I'll tell you how he knows he's behind bars. So one theory might be, in theory I've heard, is maybe he's possibly visiting Robby, his son. Because Robby is responsible for that. That's a criminal act what he did, and maybe even attempted murder. I don't know. But how do we know he's not visiting and he's behind bars?
Let's call it this thing called experience.
Okay.
I've been on where he's at enough to know that that is not a visitation room.
That is a holding tank.
That's a holding tank.
That is a holding tank, 100% holding tank. You got other people back there as well. If it was visitation, it would either be like, your classic prison type scenario where they're between glass, or a more open room without bars.
Right.
So Johnny is in jail, and maybe it has to do with how beat up he looked in a couple of scenes back, right, in this. So let's move on, shall we? We're gonna go. We're gonna do this. Okay, we got Miguel falling here. This man, I don't think they show the actual impact, but that impact, man, every time I see it, I'm like, oh gosh. Let's keep going. It does hurt. So now we got Daniel. Obviously, a look of concern on his face here. Why? Who knows? It could be everything. It could be everything right now. He did take to Robby almost like Robby was his own son, because his own son is a little piece of shit. So he's obviously he's thinking about everything going on. Now here's one thing I do want to say real quick. Karate Kid and even in Cobra Kai, they're really good about picking up where the last one let off or left off. So if this is like almost immediate aftermath, this particular scene of Miguel being in the hospital, Robby possibly being on the run, or maybe even getting caught and taken to juvie, then all that's going through his mind right now. Obviously, Daniel has been struggling the entire series.
With who he is.
With who he is, yes.
Yeah.
And trying to find his right way. And every now and again he goes back to, this is not the way Miyagi would have wanted things, blah, blah, blah. He's had a really tough time finding his balance. So I think right now he's reflecting.
Balance. That's a good
balance. One. Next scene. Okay, we got more Miguel falling. Again, this just hurts. Okay.
We have Sam, the boyfriend stiller, getting held by her mom. In the background, that looks like a hospital.
Hospital all day.
All day, yeah. Maybe she's crying because Miguel's on life support. Maybe she's crying because she got caught trying to take another man from Tori. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, again, I think leading back to they've done a good job of picking up where the last one left off. Maybe they're still at the hospital whenever Miguel was taken to the hospital. Unfortunately, I don't remember off the top of my head what the mother was wearing in that last scene. I just don't. But she's obviously distraught, and who wouldn't be? She is a huge part of why things happen the way they happen, because she is a lying, conniving, evil
little girl.
Mm-hmm. Next scene, let's go. Okay, this is an interesting scene. You can still see marks on her arms from the fight. Again, all this is like direct aftermath of what's going on. Now, probably flash forward just a little bit. She's already dressed up. Looks like she's pulling off some kind of bandage or something there. Thoughts?
You ain't no pretty anymore, are you, with those scars? Huh? I just don't like the Miyagi-Do children.
I don't either, but I'm trying to look at this thing from not an opinionated... obviously it's an opinion piece, but I'm trying to keep my personal feelings for some of these people at bay right now.
No, I'm going to let it fly.
Okay, let it fly. Screw it, I am too. Let's move on to the next scene.
Yes. Finally, this is Robby. I don't like the dude's face. He looks a little bit better with the short hair. His face is a little bit more tolerable, but you can clearly see that he got caught. Attempted manslaughter, whatever you want to call it. And it looks, from experience, it looks like he is coming back from a visitation.
It does look like he's coming back from a visitation. I've seen other trailer breakdowns, and they're saying that maybe he's going in, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Well, again, talking about experience, if he was going into the juvenile detention center for the first time, he wouldn't be dressed out already.
Yeah.
You don't get that till you've been there 24 hours, 48 hours.
Yeah.
That's just a thing that happens.
Until you ain't getting released.
Pretty much, yeah. I think, based on the look on his stupid face, he's looking at Johnny. Mm-hmm. I think Johnny went and visited him in juvie. Now, the SJDC, I don't know what the S stands for. Usually that's your city or your state or something. JDC is usually Juvenile Detention Center. So we know he's where he belongs and not in, like, the big boy jail, because that would be, like, probably CDC, California Department of Corrections or something like that, right? Or LADC, whatever. It'd be different. It'd be different. That's the point.
Look at the look on the guard's face.
Look on the guard's face, like he's
come on, man.
He's not going to tolerate it,
Yeah.
right? But again, I think he's looking at Johnny because we've seen this look on his face before when he looks at his dad. He has a lot of disdain for his father.
Resentment.
Absolutely,
yes.
He does, and warranted. To be fair,
yes.
warranted. But we've seen him make this look at Johnny before. He's not looking at someone that was there to give him any kind of good news. Okay, so if it's not Johnny, it may be a lawyer who was basically like your fuck kid. I'm just saying because, like I said, Daniel's got the money to be able to pay for an attorney for him. Yeah, right. So that could be one of the things. Let's move on to the next scene. Okay, so right here, I don't know, she's going to a party, a club, a discotheque, something, I don't know. I gotta be honest, this scene is kind of meh. It don't really tell us anything. Yeah, right.
Doesn't need to be in there.
Doesn't really tell us anything.
The only thing it tells us is that she got over Miguel quick.
I mean, she's out partying.
Yeah,
right?
partying,
I mean,
drinking, serving it up. You know,
Ooh, I think Miguel needs to look at himself and his choice in women.
Unless that whole fight scene was her breakup. It's for Miguel, you know.
Okay, could have been, right? To be fair, he did kiss Sam.
Yeah,
He did kiss Sam.
he did, but he pulled away and was like, "Yeah, not me."
Still did it though.
Yeah, he still did it.
and that's what she's gonna see first.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next scene.
So now we got my boy Hawk, right? You can tell he is just beating the shit out of someone. Look at the blood on his hands.
He's wearing his gi pants. And that looks like to me the Cobra Kai ceiling, the dojo ceiling. So we're gonna assume he's at Cobra Kai. Who's he beating? Who's he standing over?
Insert person.
I mean, it could be anyone.
Could
right?
be anyone. Yeah.
I've heard. Oh, Dimitri. Well, Dimitri wouldn't be at the Cobra Kai dojo. He's too big a puss for that.
Yeah,
Got to be honest. Yeah. Even though he got the better of him there at the end of season 2, he's still weak. He's weak sauce.
I don't think that should have happened like that.
I don't either. That was one of my least favorite parts about season 2. Maybe he got mad at another Cobra Kai member, someone lesser than him, because right now he's top of the ranks, and he has been.
Right.
He's always been number 2 at least. Miguel's in the hospital, so technically he's number 1 now. He's the guy.
Yeah.
You know? So he could have gotten mad with everything going on. You know, kids get stressed just like adults do. You got to take out your anger in some way, shape, or form. He chooses violence. You had a theory. And I want you to. We talked about this, and then we disproved it after starting to break down this trailer. But your theory was
that everything with the
no, just Johnny and Krees.
Yeah, Johnny and Krees. Okay, so Johnny's face is all messed up. Let's say him and Kreese get into it, right?
Okay.
And Kreese is on the ground like, "Oh no, stop!"
Okay.
And Johnny's standing over him like, "You know what? Would you say this is my school?" And Hawk, he's lurking in the background. He comes up, cheap shots Johnny, and starts grounding, pounding. Okay. That's why Johnny's face is all foobarred.
Okay, that's a theory.
That's a theory.
But we actually disproved our own theory on that one.
Yes.
I just wanted it to be vocalized. That way, people maybe thought are going through our thought processes. But we quickly disproved our own theory, and it literally is the lighting.
The lighting.
It's literally the lighting. This is bright and vibrant, and we're going to see in a minute what we mean by that.
Plus, he's sporting a new Grim Reaper tat.
I'm glad you brought that up. I almost forgot. So he's got a little Grim Reaper on the chest there, on his left pec. That covered up the moon tattoo that she didn't ask him to get, remember?
That's right.
So, kudos on that one, sir. Kudos on that one. Let's move on to the next scene.
And that's what we were talking about.
This is what we're talking about, the lighting.
The lighting. Lights are off.
Lights are off. Right. Kreese has obviously been in a scuffle here.
Yes.
So, unless Hawk turned the lights on, was able to still get the drop on Johnny, because the lights go on, you're going to turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then ground and pounded him. There's no way any of that happened.
Yeah, no way.
Or he sucker punched him. In the middle of all that, Kreese gets up and decides he wants to turn the lights on to get a better look. There's just no way. No one's thinking about lights in a situation like this.
Right.
I do think, though, this absolutely has something to do with Johnny and why Johnny looks the way Johnny looks. And maybe even why Johnny was in jail. I absolutely think he went and confronted Kreese, because after all, it's his dojo. It's not Kreese's dojo. Kreese stole it. So he went to confront him. They got into a fight. Kreese, being the conniving little snake, pun intended, that he is, said, "Okay, watch this, Mr. Lawrence." Called the cops on him.
So you think he messes Johnny up, calls the cops on him, and that's why Johnny's in jail.
And maybe that's what Daniel was saying. What'd you think was going to happen?
Exactly. What'd you think was going to happen?
Why did you go confront him? What'd you think was going to happen by confronting him?
Or even, why'd you even let him back?
Or that.
Why'd you let him back?
Think was going to happen by letting him back? Right.
Yeah.
Now, we can go all over the place with just this and the part where Daniel says, "What'd you think was going to happen?" Does that mean, why'd you confront him? Why'd you confront him alone?
Right.
Maybe we need to get together and do a little something here and try to take him down together. Because it's not about taking down Cobra Kai. And I think Daniel was starting to realize, well, Cobra Kai isn't necessarily the issue. The issue was Kreese.
That man right there.
And now Kreese is in charge again. So maybe it's some kind of like we could have done this together kind of thing. Now that's pure speculation. I got nothing to go on other than the fact that the last 2 seasons there have been shades where it's like, oh wow, they're getting along. They might have actually been able to have been friends back in the day, and then something happens to inevitably screw that up. So that's the only thing I really have to go on there with that.
Right.
But it could literally just be, what'd you think was going to happen letting him back? It could be, everything happened because of Cobra Kai. What'd you think was going to happen by bringing Cobra Kai back? We don't know. We can be all over the spectrum with it. You want to add anything to that?
I got theories.
Okay.
On what would have happened in part 1.
Okay, maybe that's a different video. Maybe that's a different video. We're talking about the trailer right now.
All right.
Okay, next scene. This next scene is what I'm talking about. Like this, every time I see this just hurts. I'm like, ouch. Oh, gosh. Okay, now we got Miguel in the hospital. He opens his eyes, okay? First of all, we knew Miguel wasn't going to die.
Of course not.
Miguel is a main character. Everyone likes Miguel as far as I'm concerned. I like Miguel. He's one of my favorite characters in this, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's awake. Here we go. Season 3, Netflix, January 8th. Season 4 is in full effect. I want to go back to this scene here in a minute and break it down just a little bit and talk about it before we get out of here. So let's go back for just a sec. So now here we have Miguel. He's in the hospital. Doctors are working on him. Who are the doctors? We don't know. Could that be Allie on the left? Because that's been a whole big theory.
No, she's blonde.
Women dye their hair. The whole theory, though, is the reason that Allie has been touched on and mentioned because they want to bring her back. The show writers want to bring her back. I've always said I don't see how that makes sense until Miguel got paralyzed.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, she's a pediatric doctor, which means she's a doctor for kids.
Right.
Technically speaking, he's 15, 16 years old. He's still a kid.
Yeah.
So he might still be going to a pediatric instead of a regular doctor at this point. Now, what her specialty is involving all that, I don't know. But maybe that's why they bring her in, because obviously California doctors can't handle the problem. They need to bring in someone from another state because she doesn't even live in California anymore.
Yeah, she's a specialist.
Yeah, she might be specialist, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, that's the thing. You do see the get well cards, though. Obviously this is after he's been there a minute. No one goes to the hospital in the moment and brings the card and flowers and all that stuff. That's like second, third, fifth visit kind of thing. I really like how they did this, where it's like it's beeping, it goes to black, and then he opens his eyes and boom, we see Miguel. Yeah, I wasn't even shocked by that. The only thing that's going to be shocking to me is if they wait till like the last episode for him to wake up. So he's completely out of season 3. I don't want that. I don't want that. But if we move forward just a little bit here, we got Johnny.
After the fight, he's all beaten up.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the same thing he's wearing when he's behind bars.
Yes, yeah. So it all takes place within the same
day and a half, 24 hours, something like that. The question is, why? Why did Johnny get beat up? Why did Johnny get beat up? I don't know. And we got Miguel, now the doctor's on the other side, and we don't know it's Allie. It's speculation at this point,
yeah.
But Cobra Kai never dies. I like it. I'm in. I can't wait for season 3. Super excited that not only did they say here season 3 is the release date, but oh, by the way, season 4, it's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Maybe you got some theories going on. Maybe there's some things we missed in this that we didn't bring up, we didn't see. Please let us know, because I really enjoy making these videos about Cobra Kai, honestly, and I want to do more. If you want me to do more, just put a hash brown Team Cobra Kai or something and send it to the internet. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one.